hobby during COVID and suddenly got really into it, you're not alone. Hey everyone, my name is Alex, and today I'm going to teach you how to make a Perler bead keychain, a fun, colorful craft that became one of my go-to creative outlets during the pandemic. I first got into Perler beads back in 2020 during the lockdown. Like a lot of people, I was stuck at home feeling restless and anxious. But as someone with ADHD, I needed more than just something to pass the time. I needed something to hyper-focus on. That's when I discovered Perler beads, and they were the perfect match. If you've never used them before, Perler beads are small plastic beads that you place on a pegboard to form a pattern or design. Once your design is complete, you fuse the beads together using heat from an iron. It's kind of like pixel art meets DIY, simple materials but endless creativity. According to CHADD, which stands for Children and Adults with ADHD, which is a national ADHD resource organization, having a structured hands-on activity like crafting can actually help people with ADHD focus better and reduce stress. That definitely lined up with my experience. I could spend hours building a design bead by bead, and it helped me calm my brain when nothing else would. Today, I'll walk you through exactly how to make one of these keychains from start to finish. Let's start with the materials you'll need to make your keychain. First up, you'll need a pair of tweezers. These make placing the tiny beads way easier, especially for more detailed designs. I actually use two different kinds, a regular set and a more ergonomic pair with a curved tip. The ergonomic ones are a lot more gentle on my hands, especially if I'm working on a bigger project. Next are your Perler beads. These are small, colorful plastic beads that come in every shade imaginable. You can buy them in individual color packs if you want something specific, or in assorted kits, kind of like the one I'm using in the video. You'll also need a pegboard to lay out your design. You really only need one, but some are made to connect together, so if you ever want to try a larger or more detailed design, you can expand your workspace. Then comes parchment paper. This protects your beads during the melting process. You can use Perler branded paper, or even just regular kitchen parchment paper will work just fine. And finally, you'll need an iron, ideally one that doesn't have a steam function. The holes on a steam iron can catch onto the beads and melt them unevenly, which can distort your design. A flat, smooth iron is your best bet for clean results. Most of these supplies can be easily found at stores like Michael's or Amazon. In fact, during the pandemic, Michael's Craft Store reported a big rise in sales of Perler beads and similar DIY kits. Proof that a lot of us turn to crafting as a creative way to relax and pass time. Now, let's talk design. You can either freestyle your pattern or use a reference. Personally, I use Pinterest all the time to find ideas. There are thousands of free patterns you can follow, everything from cute animals to pixel art characters to custom monograms. If you search Perler bead designs, you'll be blown away by the options. Today, I'll be making a pushing version of one of my favorite characters, Link from the Legend of Zelda. Once you've picked your design, start by placing beads on the pegboard, one by one, as seen demonstrated in the video. This is where the magic starts. It's a slow, steady process, but in a good way. Honestly, I've spent hours just zoning out while listening to music or a podcast. It turns out this kind of creative focus has real benefits. According to a 2023 article from the Cleveland Clinic, repetitive hands-on crafts like this one can actually lower cortisol levels and boost mood. So when I say this is therapeutic, it's not just me saying that. Science agrees. Now, I've sped up the process as this took me about 45 minutes to an hour, so please enjoy the next slide. As you can see in the video, I am following the pattern by counting each step and then selecting the correct color of beads. You can either go line by line, but sometimes I find it easier to finish certain parts of it as I go, such as the sword, the shield, and the hat. This project took me in total about an hour, maybe 45 minutes, but I have completed more intricate designs that have taken me over 1 to 2 hours to complete. And here we have the finished product. Now it's time to fuse the beads together. Once your design is complete and you're happy with how it looks, the next step is to fuse the beads together. This part is what transforms your loose design into a solid, usable piece. You'll place a piece of parchment paper over the beads, then apply heat to melt and join them together. You'll want to move your iron in circular motions for about 10 to 20 seconds. The goal is to get the beads to just start melting enough that they stick together, but not completely flatten. It is really important to let the piece cool flat so it doesn't warp. I usually sandwich it between two books or place something heavy on top while it sets for a minute or two. Also, make sure you fuse both sides. The extra step gives your keychain added strength and keeps it from breaking over time, especially if you plan to carry it around on a backpack or a set of keys. Here's a quick safety tip. Beads will be super hot right after fusing, so give them a moment to cool down before touching or flipping your design. Once it's completely cool and solid, you're ready to turn it into a keychain. Final step, turning it into a keychain. For this portion, you're going to need 3 things. You'll need a set of needle nose pliers, a jump ring, as well as a key ring. If your design already has a hole built in, you're ready to go. If not, you can carefully poke a small hole using a tack, a hot needle, or a tiny drill. I usually use the tip of my tweezers since it's pretty sharp. Just make sure you're being gentle. Then you're going to attach a jump ring and then clip it onto your key ring using the needle nose pliers. And that's it. You've made your very own Perler bead keychain. Perfect for a backpack, a purse, or even a gift for a friend. In just a few steps, you've taken tiny plastic beads and turned them into something creative and personal. For me, this hobby started as a way to manage my ADHD and give myself something fun to hyper-focus on during a tough time. But it ended up becoming something bigger, a relaxing, artistic outlet that I could return to again and again. Whether you're looking for a calming activity, a fun gift idea, or just a new hobby, I hope you give Perler bead crafting a try. It's simple, satisfying, and a great way to spend time being creative, even if all you have is an hour and a handful of beads. Thank you.